kids are down there just bouncing away, and we could feel it.
And we're underway. And a fair catch called for, so Army will start work at the 25-yard line. 3rd down and 6. And it's a 1st down on the run by Tyler.
Not as many passes in this game.
That's true. Straight ahead on 3rd and long, and that's going to be 4th down and 7 or 8, and this will be a decision. Zach Harling punted 4 times last year for almost 48 yards a kick. This one's going to bounce down to the 15 and tripped up at the 16. Great coverage. Mark Walker only got about a yard on the punt return. 2nd down and 5. Straight ahead and a 1st down for Nelson Smith, who we just talked about. In the pistol set here, Arline will keep it himself behind Smith, and he's out near the 40-yard line. 1st down. Maybe. And it's going to be deep on the near sideline and out of bounds. Incomplete.
I'm a little surprised at that call. I thought they'd run it and try to make it a little short yardage for a 4th down call.
Tyrell Robinson waits down on the other end. I hope he can see the ball. I couldn't. He can. He made the catch and the return, and it's a good one as he got the corner. Tyrell Robinson.
He's their home run hitter, fastest player on the Army football offense.
3rd down and 4. On the keeper and going nowhere. Nice job by Fago. Butterfly reflector or whatever, but yeah, he uses it a lot.
You do. Now he's in a great spot in this offense. That middle linebacker becomes a big story in the game.
Zach Harling to punt again. This one end over end. Fielded and returned by Mark Walker. Whew, man. And now we're going to mix it up a little bit on the punt return. 3rd and 7. Straight ahead on the quarterback, and it's 4th and 7.
Yeah, see, I like that call by Ivan Jasper right there for Navy. All right, everybody said, all right, what?
Daniel Davies, as you look behind him on the punt.
Good protection that time by Navy.
And interfering with a fair catch, I think. Otherwise, it's going to be a Navy touchdown. I'm not sure who that bounced off of. Kevin Brennan took it in for the score, but let's see if it's coming back.
I don't think you'll be able to advance it either way, but let's see how it happens, whose ball it is. Army thinks it's their ball.
Service selection, Marine Corps ground. I want him on my side. Here's a throw by Army and a wide open receiver and a catch by Robinson. Takes a big hit but holds on.
Tight formation, play action pass, and the wingback right up the field to the fastest guy. Nice catch too, by the way. Over the wrong side shoulder in the fog.
Tyler to Tyrell.
Yeah, that worked. 22 so far in the 1st quarter. Every play is an experience out there. Everyone's valuable, every 1st down, each field position. That's what changes it. But here comes Fago inside, and you can see he gets his big body right in the middle.
Tyrell Robinson moved and now will reset on the wing.
That's how they declared the defense with that quick motion. Now change the play.
Well, nowhere. Jarius Warren says hello.
Veteran football player gets in there at the point. Could not get the down block from Chris Cameron. Went unbalanced eye that time. He asked your tight end to make that block, and he could not make it.
He's hit 1 this year from 40. This will be from 37. Kick on the way through the fog and the lights and in. Good for the field goal. Malcolm Perry put on in this game last year with over 300 yards on the ground. And they have struggled without a guy like him. And they're going to try the same kind of action with Arline. Not going to get there, about a yard shy.
Yeah, that's the call. That was a called quarterback draw.
Tyler under center, and the pitch is low, and they're going to lose yardage on that one. Sandon McCoy had to basically get a shoestring grab just to hold on to that.
Watch the late shift by the nose tackle just before the snap. That shift over there, that front of that defensive line, that's what keeps those blocking assignments guessing all the time.
Each team with only 1 3rd down conversion. They'll have to earn this one. 3rd down and 10. Looks like a blitz coming. And it's going to pay off. Spinning for a couple yards was Tyler, but that's about it. He was kind of a skinny guy, kind of a basketball player, didn't know where to play him. Well, he's a big dude now, and he's a big part of their defense. Great punt way back around the 11-yard line and dropped at the 13 is Mark Walker. Nice job on the special teams again.
That's the challenge in here today. Where do they find those Perry yards?
They aren't going to get a yard there. They're going to lose a yard. They barely touched BYU, but they're playing much better here in the last 2 or 3 weeks. Wow.
Nope. Yep.
I
inside.
mean, if you get a yard, you're lucky. Sandy McCoy back in now at the fullback spot. And on the keeper and on the corner, and there's a big play. Still going. Tyler's got a first down.
Watch the blitz right there. Runs right out of the play.
So Tyler's only made really 2 big plays, a 28-yard pass and now 13-yard run. And he's got Army in business. Sandon McCoy behind Tyler. He's going to keep it himself. Driving.
So funny. Full quarterback runs off tackle and basically a quarterback power, and the safety makes the tackle.
And this one is no good.
Yeah, it was dropped by the holder that time.
See if Navy can pick up this 3rd down. They're going to try to throw for it. And they're going deep. Man out there and incomplete. There's a little bit of contact back there, but no flag. Xavier Arline on the keeper. Got a crease and got 10. His best run of the day, maybe. Pick up. Same formation. And this time going to the right for Arline. And again, he got a big opening. And now he's into the secondary. Arline, one more move. Inside the 10. Did he get there? Not quite, I don't think. He hit the pylon, but I think he's out at the 1.
But it still was the block inside. And then when Arline gets it in the secondary, you're seeing why all 3 of the academy said this guy can play quarterback for us.
All the way down to the pylon cam, and as you can see, his knee's going to go down to his elbow, I should say. And now Smith is behind Arline, gets the pitch, hitting the backfield, backing his way back to the original line of scrimmage.
Wow, Jabari Moore, the boundary corner that time, number 4 for Army. Watch to the outside. He takes on the block, turns it back inside, and then it's cleaned up by number 22 Cunningham.
So they're right back where they started. In fact, just a little bit more outside the 2. On the keeper. He's in. Touchdown, Navy. Nelson Smith behind Arline. Gets the call and
nothing.
Didn't get it. The Black Knights hold their ground. Very doubtful that you'd see a pass, but who knows? Not even a pitch. And not a first down.
Yeah, but a nice 5 or 6 yards.
Give him room to kick anyway.
Absolutely.
Well, they're going to, or try. Arline zips it and in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, Mark Walker.
There's that, this time shift to an odd front.
And on the keep, and a big opening. Tyler, all the way out to the 45-yard line.
Saying it's got to be another fullback. Nope, this time Fagot gets caught up in the action, can't make the quarterback play, and he's almost to the house.
28-yard pickup for Tyler.
Watch number 54. He gets caught up in the action inside, in the traffic, and gets blocked.
This time, Tyler in the gun. On the pitch. Haven't seen many of these today, and maybe that's why. A loss of 2. And Marshall again made the play.
Safety number 7 and number 1, Marshall, both do their assignment. Marshall forces the pitch, and number 7, Brennan, comes up and takes the pitch man. That's called assignment football, and when you do it for year after year after practice, Ryan Newberry said, we back the fundamentals in that big layoff, and we're playing our best defense of the year.
Again, they'll try to get to the edge. A good block on the corner.
And a good tackle afterwards.
Brandon Walters on the carry. Arline keeps it all the way and gets leveled. Second down and 7. And it's Buchanan again, all 260 pounds, and that might be giving him some credit. They've had drives starting in Navy's territory, haven't made anything out of it, trying to make something out of it here, and it's a first down by about a yard. Tough run by Tyler.
Following the quarterback, the wrong alley. Do they dare throw again?
This is Tyler on the kick. Arline is going to pitch it, and the ball is loose again. Army's got it. We said maybe one more mistake might be the difference. Maybe that's it.
But right away, it had no options on the play. Edman on the line of scrimmage is going to take that pitch away. All you have to do is catch it and get out of a bad play. There was nothing there, and it got worse. If he caught it, he would have lost 4. He didn't, and they lost the ball.
So the hit was put on by who else?
You got
Cunningham.
It. Number 22.
And the recovery by Raddick. Tyler again in the gun. And again follows his fullback, and he's inside the 5.
That was pretty. Brent Davis dialed up one on that one.
Third down in the yard. They can get a first down at the 2. Tyler keeps it, drops. Did he get anything out of that? Tyler straight off the right side and into the end zone. Touchdown, Army.
Right over there, there's your strength. And on the shotgun, that's where he goes, behind those 3 guys, leads out, and you actually pull the backside guard. You actually have 4 linemen to the right side because he followed Mike Johnson pulling around the corner, and that's the power they needed to get it in the end zone.
AT&T Pilot Cam, and that led to the Army goal line stand. Arline, bad snap. It's going to be picked up by Warren in the backfield. He'll just take a knee.
Wait, that's just the 3rd different possession, whether it's been a penalty or this time it's a bad snap. It's going to be behind the chains again.
Lucky that Warren was at least there.
You know, they've made mistakes and
Nelson Smith trying to blast out of there. Got it to the 25, and that's about it. Daniel Davies to punt again. Army's not going to try to block this one. They got the return on. And dropped. Robinson got back on top of it, though, at about the 41-yard line. And we got a little pushing and shoving going on again. He carried it 35 times against Georgia Southern. This time he gives it off. And gives it off to A.J. Howard for a good game. 3rd and 10. This time he hands it off to Howard. Pickup of a couple. That'll bring up 4th down and 8. Here's an end around, and now a flea flicker. And going the wrong way, and dropped for a safety. Mark Walker. I don't know if he wanted to pass it or not, but he never got the chance.
Marquel Broughton, number 20, is the guy that stayed home, did his job, and got it for an extra 2 points on the save. Army just made the bigger play each time. There he is. Number 20 stays with the play and makes the play.
Tried to come up with a big play, and it ends up being a 2-point. But first things first. Ooh. And they're still hitting down there.
Sure are.
Mitch West made first contact, and there were travel restrictions at that time because of the war and all of that, and the Mids didn't get to bring anybody back in 43 due to that. The entire 1st Regiment of Cadets, even if there was only one game to be played this year, it was going to be this one. And a bad snap, and right over Tyler's hands and head, and he covered it himself. Made one and missed one to a bad snap. And from 40, I'm going to wait for the officials on this one. It's good.
Lane, excuse me, yes.
3rd and a yard. Oh, and they're not even going to get the yard.
Nope.
Wow. Cockrell and nose guy. If it's not a first down, this will be Navy's last snap offensively. And the throw's incomplete. That's not what we need right now. In
that's
final
what
5 seconds.
That's what I was trying to say. There's intensity about your home field right here. You can feel it. The Army did not want to see Navy on their home field celebration.